Um, I watch the internet. But this is a very cool thing. And this camera, the fact that it's kind of shitty, I do like it. I do like it. I got a text. Hopefully a lady. So yeah, so we got episode number 4. And 4. Okay, cool, cool, cool. So the first scene is how Lincoln is dreaming that he is gonna get killed today. He's dreaming of how is oh gosh. So how much do I have? Of how his execution date is put forward. Okay, 20%. That's not good. Um, so because his execution date is put forward, it could be seen as a bad dream. So this is kind of cool, kind of not cool. Kind of cool because we believe it what it is. It's cheapened by the fact that it's a dream. However, it's also so why is it cheapened? Because it wasn't real, it was just a dream. But it's also a way for us to know that Lincoln is thinking about his death more and more and more, which is important. Um, so yeah, so that's pretty much it. We got Michael who got to work, and it's kind of crappy. A-Wire shows that he loves the tattoos. It's like, can I see them? Can I see them? Can I see them? Which is kind of nuts because Michael's like, no, 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 this is kind of weird. So Michael, you can see that he does. You can see a flashback. So this is the cute poison. So this is by mixing the product. Will have some corrosive, which I talked about before, which is super nice. Brucey is asking, yo, um, what's going on? And Michael talks to him about his. He talks to him about his escape plan. I don't remember why Michael mentioned an escape plan because, technically speaking, he does have leverage with the fact that he knows who is the witness. Um, so yeah, so John Brucey is telling Michael like, "Yo, get to problem 6," and it's kind of cool because John Brucey get him the product that he needs. And he also gets him a check, which is meaningful because he could have killed A-Wire. It's like Michael's like, "No, I want to kill him." Got more of Michael and Warren, and the the kind of cool thing is they don't say, "Okay, well, this is the first second time we're seeing each other." They're pretend the way they're talking, they have this chemistry built. Why is that important? Well, it could be important in the sense of pacing. So pacing wise, you putting together the Warren and Michael together could be seen as well. These guys are seeing each other a lot. These guys start to have a good relationship. You don't need to put every single thing. Why is it important? Because the Warren is powerful. So Michael is asking like, yo, um, this is kind of weird, um, because it's a meaningful scene, but it's so meaningless for now that it's taken out from the quality of it. So, um, Michael is talking about how he wants to change, his cellmate, right? And the warden says, okay, well, this is what you need, right? Kind of helping him out. And, oh, I got a pimple. What I hear is that Michael, when everything gets preferential treatment, but Bellic is still the favorite. So, for example, the guard's like, yo, Bellic is in charge of that. I can't help you. And then it's nice because we want Bellic to have some kind of power. It's meaningful, narratively speaking, because if you put Bellic as a character that's important, he does have no power. It was the point of having Bellic in the first place? So his wife comes in and she's like, there's a secret, right? It's like, why are you hiding stuff from me? This is Toledo again. So Toledo is something that happened in Warren, which is then important. The problem with Prison Break is how good the pacing is. The pacing is super fast. So although Toledo is mentioned 2 episodes later, there's so much that passed that you're like, holy shit, I forgot about Toledo. So you understand what I mean? And then Michael protects the war and says, I'm not gonna stitch on the guy, I'm gonna get some stitches. And then the wife's like, oh, I'm so sorry, I didn't know that you were so, we had so much pressure on you. We get a nice scene with Veronica and a nice scene with Veronica and Lincoln, and this is important because the last time they saw each other, he was asking, "Do you say the truth?" And now Veronica is telling him. Um, the reward. Give me my pockets. It's odd because with Lincoln and Veronica, this is this is kind of where they start to be a relationship. But it's weird because it doesn't feel like a relationship. So, for example, Sarah, you believe it. Sarah and Michael, you believe it. Um, Maricruz and Sucre, you believe it. If Veronica and Lincoln, something is missing. For example, in this scene, on the first part, it's like, yeah, well, this is what I got. And then he's like, yo, I gave this guy all I had, right? And Veronica's like, well, me and my fiance are stumped. And when Lincoln is like, oh, this is sad, Veronica tells him, don't pretend like you care. So it's kind of nuts because it does feel like Veronica still has feelings for him. It does feel like Lincoln still has feelings for her, but there's no pre-hers. The whole thing why it's weird is because we know that they've been together. We know they broke up. We know they're separated. Now they get back together, but there's no in between. There's no like, okay, well, did you know that she was still in love with you? Do you know that she still has feelings for you? You don't know. That's Sucre. Sucre, the cool thing here is Sucre is trying to call by Cruz, and he isn't able to call her. Now, why is that a cool thing? Well, first of all, it is to show that Sucre is still thinking about Maricruz. It's a way for Sucre to still be involved in the story. Know that Michael is escaping the prison, so maybe the way to escape, maybe the way to get Maricruz is through Michael, which again links him just like Jarabuzi. They have linked, they have a reason. They're pushed to go out, right? Um, there's a shower scene where there's a shower scene where there is this is actually a really good episode. This is really good. I'm complaining a lot, but I like to complain about a show like that. And it's a really good show, so don't mind me. Um, the first scene is um, 1 second. Yeah, in the shower, we got A Wire and Michael. Now, this is a repeated scene because every time that A Wire is seen Michael's like, let me see the tattoos. It's a repeated scene which takes away from the show because it's the same content over again. But however, it does show that he is obsessed with. He is completely obsessed with the fact that Michael has tattoos. So when it comes to pacing, this is actually pretty good because you don't need to tell me how much you care about the tattoos. Just give me a scene with those two that are very small, but about the tattoos. You got Bellic in the Pope. Uh, Michael complained with Warren that his cellmate was a liar. It's like, yo, this guy is insane. He should be in a psych ward. What is he doing with me? And then Warren says, this is cruel punishment. I like that you don't like Michael, and this is why you put a wire with Michael. And then it served a purpose because it showed that Warren has a care for Michael, and it shows that this is like, for example, right? For example, if you don't have that scene, you can think that Bellic put a wire with Michael as a way to punish Michael. However, you don't have the proof. This one is the proof. And it's gonna be serving another purpose because later on Bellic's gonna be like, yo, you're going to see the Pope behind me, behind my back. Because of you I got in trouble. What the fuck is wrong with you? Kind of thing. Which is it's brilliant. It's a brilliant way to put things. Guys, I'm at 12% batteries. Oh, fudge. I'm gonna finish this and I'm gonna have to go. I don't know why I didn't charge the computer yesterday. We had a scene of Carlos and Sucre. Now, this scene's, again, is not one of my favorite scenes because it does the trope of prison break, which is we need to something to advance the story. So Carlos goes to see Sucre and says, yo, man, who's with me now? And it's a good scene because this is confirmation. Okay, so this is a great scene for Sucre because Sucre once again being pushed to escape the prison because you know that Carlos is going through and Carlos is aiming to get his girl is aiming to get Maricruz. It's a great scene. Okay. However, when you question it, when you take the time to question it, why would Carlos go to see Sucre? You don't respect Sucre. You don't care about Sucre. You stole his girl. So why pay attention to him? right? So narratively speaking, super important. Logically speaking, not important. You got more of Michael getting what he needs, and Bellic goes in, and Bellic is kind of attacking Michael. So it goes to show that once again, it's a problem. There's a problem between Bellic and Michael. Um, uh, Joe Navarrete is like, yo, I need to take care of the problem. You're gonna have to kill him. Michael's like, no, there's another way. There's another way. Um, so you got Sucre is getting more and more relentless, more and more aggressive. And they call Manny Cruz. Finally gets Manny Cruz. And then Manny Cruz tells him, no, there's no us anymore. I don't know. I want to be, if you're going to be in jail for too long, I'm afraid of what's going to happen. We meet Project Justice. Project Justice is going to be important because they're the only one that kind of believe Veronica. Veronica doesn't have any allies. Veronica is on her own. Veronica thinks that no matter what's going to happen, she is fucked. So Project Justice coming in is nice because even if it serves no purpose at all, it serves the purpose of somebody has their back, right? A person, see for example, A Wire, you tell me he's crazy, he's crazy, he's crazy, he's crazy. Jenna Brucey has his squad. Michael has his squad. CPAT has his squad. Billy has a squad. It's one of those characters. They just had a moment where they proven like, okay, well, motivation. Veronica, with Project Justice believing her, might need that motivation. Um, yeah. We're seeing character in their motivation. For example, we're seeing Jenna Bruce with restless. We're seeing Sucre. Think about Manny Cruz. Awire is like I have to see the tattoos. So more scene between Abruzzi and Michael, which is cool, but at the same time, it is always repeated. So for example, Abruzzi gonna get what he needs, which is important. But it's repeated scene because it's always like, yo, you need to take care of it. And it's important because it does show how much um, John is depending on Michael, but at the same time, bro, if you thought that Michael wasn't gonna be able to do it, why didn't you kill him? You told Michael you have to kill him at least 5 times now. Just kill him yourself. You don't think that Michael's gonna do it yourself. It's a little bit weird. Um, we have Project Justice final meeting. It didn't go as planned, right? It didn't go as planned. So now that it didn't go as planned, um, one of the Project Justice follows Veronica like, yo, I do believe in you. Nick Fuentes. Nick Fuentes is actually a good character. I like him a lot. So now it's amazing. It's amazing because we're seeing a flashback where Michael tested the corrosive and it works. So this is a proof that yo, this does work. Sucre comes to Michael and say, hey, I'm in on the plan. Please help me out. So this is important because Michael is like, yo, and Michael does a good job at saying like, no, you can't. I'm already got you replaced. And Sucre's like, please, please, please let me in. So then Michael does that because he wants to see just how much or how badly Sucre wants out. Because Sucre has proven that he um, he had a problem. Now there is a really cool scene. Sucre come back, and it's a really cool scene because Michael what he does is he pretend like an A-wire attack him. So he's gonna hit himself. He's gonna say that A-wire hit me. So this is super super nice. And then there's the famous scene where A-wire said, "It's a pathway to hell. It's a pathway to hell," which is that's a pathway. It's a pathway out of jail, but it's a pathway to hell. You got the handshake. You don't know how to shake hands. This is actually pretty cool because it does show like how awkward their relationship is, but still. We got Michael who's going to Sarah, right? And it's a good scene because it does show that he's using corrosive in her office. Do it 4 or 5 times and it proves to me like, okay, well, I'm seeing this. Um, the other scene is Sarah who's actually worried because he got his toes cut, and this is actually really cool, really freaking cool. He got his toes cut and now he's bleeding, and then she asked him what happened. He said, "Oh, I fell." She knows it's not true. She knows that somebody hit him. So then Sarah asks, this is a really cool thing. She doesn't know Michael from a lot. Because he's getting beat up, he's doing something wrong. Maybe he's not the guy that he is, which is kind of cool. Um, Lincoln talks to Nick Fuentes, and Nick Fuentes is trusting him. Now, Nick Fuentes, why he's important is because his father was committed for a crime he didn't commit. So we got a second telling of of the story of how he came to kill the guy. The guy was already killed. You see Michael who is working, which is quite important because Michael working and Sucre. Sucre is asking question. Now this is a great narrative point. So the great narrative point is that we might understand what's going through Michael's head. So you kind of like Sucre that's saying, hey, explain to me. It's important because by explaining to Sucre, he's explaining to us. So this is having the character, the main character, who knows how to escape the prison, tell the story of how they escape the prison, of him breaking the fourth wall, which is cool. Um, yeah, Sucre makes some noise, and the noise is Sucre singing, and it's super cool because Sucre singing doesn't work. And then Michael's like, yo, can you do louder? And Sucre is like, yo, have faith, papi, which is super cool. It's super funny. And now there's a riot coming in. Michael achieved what he's supposed to achieve. You got one more scene with um, the two, what should we call it? You got another scene where with the two governmental worker, and it shows that okay, well, guess what? It's that dancing. See, currently, so it's against time. There's three main parties: the prison crew, Veronica and Nick Fuentes, and the governmental crew. So these are three parties, right? And it's cool. Now, I gotta say, Sucre being back is nice because you have a hard time believing the relationship between Michael and what's his name? I just said it in the mafia because it's a win-win relationship. It's a win-win. Like there is a win-win. I care about you, Brucey. There's a relationship between. I think you can get me out of here. This relationship only works if there's a something. So, and Michael are a homie. This house. Anyway, continue later. It's gonna be raining soon. First of all, and second of all, I'm gonna wait for the phone, for the cell phone, for the PC. I'm exhausted. Lost in time, trying to save the world. Okay, yes, that's not bad. This is working well, guys. I might have found a perfect way to film. Ok, je vais vous présenter l'émission. Don't blink, chevalier. Oh, I forgot to do something else. Doing well because having a wonderful day on this 17th August 2025. Today we're celebrating 700 followers. Before that, we're celebrating with some ice cream. So we're going in with the present choice. You guys know how much I care about the present choice. You guys know how much I love the present choice. A very limited edition, which is absolutely phenomenal. We have cream first vanilla. Look how nice this is. The reality between this one and why did I choose this one is because I was looking for another one that I used to love, that I used to carry. It was a peanut butter present choice ice cream. You don't have it anymore. So like, okay, well, what am I getting? What am I getting? What am I getting? I'm celebrating. And it's like, okay, well, I want this present choice. Let's go with present choice. The actual design of it makes me go insane. The purple is a bit too much, but the actual ice cream, look at this bad boy. This is really nice. So cream before everything, cream first. It's what makes ours so rich and velvety. With chocolate fudge, crackle. Now what's a crackle? I'm French, I don't freaking know. without further ado, let's taste the whole thing. I love ice cream. Plus, tomorrow we're starting a health journey, so this is gonna be enjoyable. First impression, not great. See a lot of vanilla, not a lot of chocolate, so definitely something you're gonna have to work on. We're gonna go with something like the vanilla itself. Mmm. What's the ice cream? This is yesterday ice cream. Chapman premium ice cream. The actual vanilla ice cream is nice, sweet, tasty. It's not too pronounced. It's really nice. And the base of the ice cream is actually pretty good. Now, the chocolate crackle. You know why it's called chocolate crackle? When you dive your spoon in, it cracks. Mmm. It's not great. It's a lot more texture than anything else. It's not great. Like, it's not a crunch on. The actual ice cream is a lot better. And it makes me think that I was taking a whole tub of vanilla ice cream without the crackle and possibly had a better time than this one. However, this is pretty nice, I have to say. Oh yeah. As a whole, it's cool. Novelty. I wouldn't eat it twice. I wouldn't eat it twice because it's just not that great. But if for some reason this vanilla ice cream is better than the one I used to have, so possibly it's something really nice. So possibly other flavor of cream first could be better. Who knows? Anyway, this guys take it easy. Peace. Watch your wonder.